Holiday Inns are funny. They are. Holiday Inns are funny. Now, you can't. I can't really put my finger on why Holiday Inns are just so funny. They are. Now, see, I don't travel that much. See, I don't really do a whole lot of traveling, and when I do, I never stay at Holiday Inns because I try to find places that are cheaper because I don't have the money to stay at someplace more expensive. So, see, it's been many years since I've stayed at a Holiday Inn. But Holiday Inns used to be dominant. Like back in the 70s, they were the dominant hotel chain, Holiday Inns were. And they still might have the most locations, but they were the original chain of hotels. And they're funny because people think of the big green sign. You know what I'm talking about? Holiday Inns. Up until the 80s, Holiday Inns, they used to have that big green sign that was sort of slanted and had the yellow arrow pointing towards the Holiday Inn. You know what I'm talking about? And those were cool because those really stood out. And you associate them with all this mischief. Like one of my favorite pastimes is like back when I was younger, like probably like when I was a kid, and this was back in the 70s and early 80s. Now, but one of my pastimes was collecting the Holiday Inn directories. You know, the Holiday Inn books. I call them the Holiday Inn books, but actually they were directories, is what Holiday Inn called them. They were the books listing every Holiday Inn in the world. And I used to have a bunch of those. I think they all got ruined and they all had to be thrown out. Or my mom said they were a fire hazard, so I had to get rid of them. But I collected those. And one of my favorite pastimes, because around here, it rains a lot, so we can't really do anything outside. So we stayed at home and we pretended that we were conquering all the Holiday Inns and barbecuing the innkeeper. And I remember, do you remember I'll forever associate the green sign with that. I mean, for the rest of my life, I'm going to associate the Holiday Inn big green sign with barbecuing the innkeepers of every Holiday Inn in the world. And otherwise destroying each Holiday Inn. And now, I don't know if they still make printed directories, but I was on their website. I was on Holiday Inn's website the other day just to see, just to see if they did, just to see if there was an online directory. There's something sort of. It's not quite the same. It's what they have now online. It's not the same as what they used to have in the printed, convenient book form. But it's just not the same. And the prices, oh, good gravy. The prices to stay at a Holiday Inn now. Have you checked the prices of how much it costs to stay at a Holiday Inn now? Oh, mercy. They have gotten expensive. Even the Holiday Inn Expresses. Oh, man. No wonder I don't stay at Holiday Inns. I mean, years ago, they were like they were reasonably priced. But now, whoa, man, it's no wonder I don't go there now. But my goodness. And these are Holiday Inns in places where nobody even wants to go. I mean, places where nobody wants to go on vacation. Holiday Inn's still over $100 per person per night. Man. But the online listings just aren't quite the same as the old printed directories, which they may still make the printed directories, but it's been years since I've seen one. I remember I used to have a bunch of them. And I remember one of them got ruined. I was so mad one time because one of them was, I had one when I was young and it was destroyed. That was one of life's biggest disappointments, was seeing my prized Holiday Inn directory get destroyed in a household incident. But yeah, I remember the old printed directories in the 70s and 80s, and yeah, and those were, they listed the details of each Holiday Inn, how much it costs, how many rooms it has, whether pets were allowed or if there was an allowed cloud against them. And some of the editions, it listed the innkeeper's name too, and it listed the the phone number and the telex number. The telex machine inside her. Remember that song? That's about when the Holiday Inn Conquering. It was about when that song was out. It was about when that song was popular. The song about the telex machine. It was around the time I did the Holiday Inn Conquering. And each Holiday Inn was accompanied with a map. And the outline of the map was in green. Remember that? And it was shaped like a TV screen for some reason. And sometimes the cities with a whole bunch of Holiday Inns had a real big map. But the cities with just one, it just had a little map next to it. And I remember there was one Holiday Inn. It was in Rantoul, Illinois. It was I never went there though. It was a Holiday Inn Junior. They never explained what that meant. You know, they never explained it. Was it like how Frosted Flakes had Frosted Rice that had Tony Jr.? Is that what it was? Or was it like those hotels? Have you ever seen like those films about the hotels in Japan? They're like capsules. Is that what they were? Because you know how Japan's real crowded and stuff. Space is at a premium, so they have capsule hotels. So is that what the Holiday Inn Juniors were? And then, of course, there's one, I think it was Niagara Falls or somewhere. It said, there's a little note. It said, there is a Holiday Inn located on such and such street and such street address. It is called Holiday Inn, but it is not part of the Holiday Inn chain. What the hell is that supposed to mean? So somebody stole their name and Holiday Inn? Actually, I think I think it was Holiday Inn took their name from that place. I think so. I think the chain of Holiday Inn had I don't know, but I guess Holiday Inn. Now Holiday Inn was started because the guy that founded it went on a family vacation one year, and he couldn't find decent hotels, and he was tired of being ripped off by hotels, so. That's how Holiday Inn got started. But Holiday Inns really are funny. Can't you just help but laughing every time somebody mentions Holiday Inn? Because you think of the old green signs. Because they were sort of leaning, like they stood out, and the way they sort of leaned, it's kind of, they were just there to. And then you think of destroying a Holiday Inn, which The Who actually did once. The Who, the band, the band The Who, they were banned from the entire Holiday Inn chain because they practically destroyed a Holiday Inn in Flint, Michigan. So Holiday Inn decided they won't get fooled again by banning The Who. But, and have you ever met people who if they had if they have a party and you go to their house or something for a party and you go to their bathroom, you notice their towels were all imprinted with the Holiday Inn logo. So that's where they get their towels. They go to Holiday Inns and they steal them. Have you ever met people who did that? Who all their towels and stuff and all that stuff was stolen from Holiday Inns that they stayed at. That's always funny to meet people who did that. You go in their bathroom and their towels would have the Holiday Inn logo emblazoned across it. So that's the story of Holiday